Hello, hello. It is day 249 of, 249 of my 365-day raw suspending disbelief journey. It is December 27th, 2024, and today was, oh my gosh, so much better. So, as I was talking about yesterday, I went to bed by a semi-decent time last night. It was an improvement on the last few nights anyway. And got up by a decent time this morning, early enough that I could have coffee. Thank goodness. um, and and I stuck to my plan. I stuck to my plan of pouring into myself until I felt completely full, which takes a lot longer when you haven't been doing it enough. So, for anyone who, struggles to get their self-care time in and all of that kind of thing, just know that it takes less time once you give yourself that often enough and maintain it consistently. That's something that I'm very aware of. And that's why I know that I need it to be my top priority while I'm on break, that I need to just be really focusing on that entirely. And sticking with that until I'm like full right up, right? Till my energy feels amazing and my body feels amazing and my mind feels amazing. And then I can go into the rest of the day going, what is possible for me here? Right. And it's just a completely different mindset. And it does, though, it takes a lot longer to get all of that in when you haven't been maintaining it. And I haven't been for the last, I don't know, week and a half, especially since the kids got sick. But even before that, it was sort of slipping. We were coming into through those busier months, I was giving myself time for myself. But I also, in this last like month and a half, it's been especially sort of like crunch, wrap up all of these things that have been going on for the last few months, and started leaning more into the work side of things. And yeah, there's been lots of like times where I've had to just sort of set the work aside because of whatever was coming up in life and lean into that suspending disbelief about it, that it would be okay and that everything was going to work and, all of these things. But, um, and I was doing that and I was having no issues with that and keeping up with work and all of that. But, um, in there were a lot more slips where there was at least less self-care or even sometimes none. And um not enough where I started feeling crappy completely or started just, getting depressed or any of those things. But like basically since that period where my mind did put me into that depression, that was sort of like the marker there where I started um just allowing myself to be like realizing that I could just be this happy and things could be this good and all of these things, but I wasn't feeling this like urgent pull to self-care. And so that was one of the things that there was just less of. I don't know if I'm making sense or rambling, but then towards this last like week and a half, even maybe the week before that with all the Christmas concerts and everything, it just was a lot. And I allowed myself to sleep. It was also the week of the month where I'm just extra tired and, things like that. So it was like, it's fine. And it is fine. It actually is fine. But because it ended up being a few weeks, several weeks even, of lesser self-care than my norm, it just, uh, it's not going to take me the same amount as it did way back when I first started in on self-care. But of course it's going to take me more right now. And just that's okay, I guess is my point. So it was, I really wanted to recommit to my routines, to following sort of the flow of my days, uh, similar to work days, but without the pressure for work. So allowing myself to sleep as much as needed, but go to bed by a decent time. So not I woke up at 9 and it was like I could fall back asleep still. And I decided not to, just because I knew that it was going to be a day where I was going to, struggle to go to sleep at night if I slept in too much later and all of these things. So, that said, I also knew later on in the day when I hit a wall of exhaustion that a nap would actually be the better option so that I didn't hit a second wind. And that may sound backwards because it did give me more energy to get through the rest of the evening, but it wasn't in the same way as a second wind when you push through the tiredness. And now as I'm recording this, it's like 9:30 at night and I'm just about ready to go to bed. Like I'm tired. And even though I slept until 9 a.m. and even though I had a nap and all of those things, it's just like it will not be a problem to fall asleep before midnight tonight, So, yeah, it's just sort of a confirmation that I know how to work with my energy to stay on a better schedule, and that I know how to, like, the decisions that I should make that will help me to stay on track. Um and I got a lot of movement in today and a lot of meditation and stretching and things that just were so needed for my body after this week and a half of sicknesses and stress through that. And then Christmas is just a lot, and it always is a lot. And even though it was a little bit of a slower Christmas, it was still a lot. And you start building up that tension in your body and things like that. So it was really good to release that today. And then as I was spending time on my mind in my self-care, reading and expanding my mind and things like that, there was so many confirmations that were coming through that this slowing down and this overflowing my self-care, like overflowing my bucket, is exactly what's needed to take me into, that abundance and that life that I desire, that I'm suspending disbelief about, and all of those things. So it was really good. And I'm absolutely, it's being back in that personal power role of I create I feel what I want to create, and I create the life that I desire. And my success is here and my success is inevitable, and all of those things to come rushing back in as soon as I take the time and I spend the time and the effort on refilling my bucket and overflowing it. And it really changes the way that time feels for me, if that makes sense. So it's just, I stop feeling the pressure. I stop feeling the rush and the you should do this, all the, shoulding all over myself. And um, all of it just sort of fades away when I stop everything else, because I am the only priority that matters, in the sense of I need to take care of me first. I got to put on my own mask before I can save anyone else. And um it's just become a way of life for me, so that when it isn't how it happens, it's not that, oh, I screwed up my way of life. It's really just about, it's easy to come back into now. And oh, I'm so grateful for that. I'm so grateful for that. I'm so relieved for that. And every time that I'm able to just step right back into it, like I did today, just feels like a big sigh of relief. And like, Kate, it's just confirmation and proof for myself that I am on the right track and everything is working out for me and everything is easy for me now, and I get to be successful and happy and all of the things, and healthy, and um you know etc., right? And it's perfect and it's beautiful, and it helps to let go of all of the fears and worries and um stresses and all the things that are not in our control, and that when we let go of control of them, life just works better. So there's my rambling. I don't know. My brain is not really in like keep things organized mode whatsoever, but um it is in feeling good and feeling calm and peaceful and joyful and really more feeling that Christmas spirit versus the go 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 that a lot of the consumerist stuff has turned Christmas into for a lot of people. So it was really a beautiful Christmas for me. It was really a calm and just feeling that love and filled up and all of that and um, the knowing that taking the time to connect and taking the time to relax and to sleep and to nap if needed and to meditate and to journal and to read things that stimulate my mind and to move my body and all the things that is exactly what I should be doing right now, and I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be, and everything is exactly working out how it's supposed to, and all of that. And um yeah, that is what I have for you guys today. So I will talk to you all tomorrow.